So a couple of weeks ago, I made a video about how I watched my birth mom get a train ran on her, and a lot of you guys didn't believe that was true. Some of you wanted a story time, and here is that story time for you guys. So I'm gonna lay some foundation of how we ended up in Colorado from Tennessee. So me and my brothers were living in different households at this point. My mom came to the school and said that we all had dentist appointments and she was checking us out for them. So when she checked us out for the dentist appointment, we just got on the road and started heading to Colorado. We did not know what was going on. When we got to Colorado, we ended up living with my brother's grandma and her husband, but they would get drunk and like hold pew-pews up to one another and start like chasing one another. Like, I vividly remember a night where my Nana Macy got so drunk that she was holding a pew-pew up to my Papa Mike, and he ran and jumped through the window into snow. It was the middle of winter and he was in his underwear. So my mom ended up starting like Colorado Community State College or whatever, and she ended up getting housing. So we started living in a duplex. We moved down the mountain into a little town, and there was like 20 duplexes in this town. And so she started making friends with all the neighbors. There were different kids, whatever. So she ended up deciding to have this party, and I don't know why she needed to have this party, because me and my brothers were living off of free school lunch and cake batter. I kid you not, we were making cake batter for dinner. So she has this party, whatnot, and then like, I don't know how to explain it, but like her door was right here and my brother's door was right here. So that was the kids' room, was my brother's door. They put multiple TVs in there, turned the volume all the way up so nobody could hear anything. I was in my mom's room watching Twilight, and I started to hear stuff going on, and so I'm sneaking out of my mom's room to go to the kids' room, and the bathroom was also, so my mom's room, bathroom, brother's room, hallway, okay? So the bathroom was also right here. And as I'm sneaking out to my brother's room, I see her getting by 6 men in the bathroom because I'm just trying to go to my brother's room, and then they start shutting the door. Okay, that is not all of the story, but this is already getting long. If you want more of the story, I will totally tell that. Yeah, we ended up getting flown back out to Tennessee by DCS, so. Okay, here's part 2 of watching my mom get a train ran on her. I'm also going to clear a few things up. I was in 1st grade when she basically kidnapped us to go to Colorado. So when I watched this, I was in 2nd grade. I am now 22 years old. I no longer talk to her. She's in and out of jail. I was adopted at 15 out of foster care. So all of my horror stories aren't like, they're not going to go anywhere. Like, it's fine. I can talk about it, okay? So like I said, I was watching Twilight, I started to hear noise, and I was trying to sneak out to go to the kids' room that was set up for everyone. So my mom's bedroom was right next to the bathroom, and the kids' room was across the hallway. So I'm sneaking out, and I turn my head because I heard commotion, and I see the door slightly ajar. I would say a little more close than that, but not too much, because I saw most of the people that were in there. Our bathroom wasn't super small, but it wasn't fucking huge, okay? So I see my mom bent over the counter, getting it. I see people doing things that I shouldn't be seeing. So I go into my brother's room. I'm like, what the f is going on in there? They're playing Bedrock, the I Can Make Your Bed Rock Girl. They're playing that in the kids' room so freaking loud that you could barely hear anything that was going on, and I was watching Twilight, okay? So I go in there, I talk to my brothers, whatnot, and then I decide that I'm not doing this, because my mom had a habit of putting us in situations where we had to watch stuff happen that we shouldn't have to watch happen, or hear stuff, or be around stuff that we shouldn't have to be around. Like, all of my siblings and I were born with some sort of amphetamine in our system, if you catch my drift. So my mom's not a great person. Do I forgive her? Yes. Do I have love for her? Yes. Is it the same kind of love I would have for her if she would have taken care of me? No. So after I muster up the courage to go out there, they're no longer in the bedroom. And it's my mom and this one other guy named Blue. And so I go out there and I see her on the couch getting it. And I just started losing my shit. I was like, make him go home now. Why did you lock all of us in a room? Like, I don't know if I was saving her life or if I was saving our lives and saving us, because she drove the guy home. And then another guy was sleeping in my other brother's room in his bed the next morning when we all woke up, and we were like, what is going on? Like I said, not too long after that, DCS from Tennessee flew out to Colorado, picked us up, brought us back out here, and my brother's grandma, Nana Macy, moved out here like 2 weeks after that. We were in foster care for 2 weeks at that point. She moved out here. She took care of us until I was 8 or 9, and then I got put in another home till I was 13, and then I got put back in foster care. So I wish I should just tell my whole life story.